Cowboys lost. Mike McCarthy sucks. And yeah. Oh no, I'm the greatest. It really does, honestly. Just a lot of updates coming on with Dallas. The boys are all right. They lost in a game that the Giants won. You could say fair and square. Obviously, what can go wrong will go wrong is true. They won. That's about it. Yeah. Trying to find some more stuff. Dak Prescott should be signed to a contract immediately. And yeah, Big Mike. Skip Bayless called him Boob Mike. Boob Mike. Yeah. He called him, let's see exactly. The Boob, Mike McCarthy. The Boob. It's in the name. The Boob. You cannot do better, Peter. You suck. You do suck, actually. You do suck. So that's really it. Are there any questions? I will answer the questions in the chat, or the stream will end. I'll give you some time to answer, to ask any questions. No, I don't suck. I'm the greatest. You all suck. Yeah. Loving to joke around, but that's about it. Any questions? I will. Oh boy, Justin joined. Oh boy. Justin joined. He's a very short leash. I'll bring him on here in 30 seconds. So I'll answer the question here that I actually thought that when the Giants were ending the game, trying to finish the game out, I actually thought to myself, maybe they would fumble here. I don't know why. Justin will be added into a second. I'm just answering the questions like I promised I would. So I actually kind of expected. And then when they called Cowboys ball, I was shocked because it clearly fumbled it. I don't know. I think the original call saying giving it to Gallman was just a bad original call. These referees, these plays should be automatic. These close plays should be automatically reviewed. Like all touchdowns are automatically reviewed. In any game, these plays should automatically be a review. And it's just these original calls just screw everything over. Let me ask the next question. We're going to change the defensive coach. Mike Nolan will be gone. He'll be gone. I'm telling you, he better be gone. If the McCarthy better be gone as well. And hopefully we get a top 10 draft pick. Looks like we will get one. I don't know how Justin got the link. He somehow got the link. I didn't send it to him. Let me add him on here. He is a very short leash. Just want to share that with you guys. He's a very short leash. Let's get him on here. How about them? Where do you want to start? Where do you want to start first? First, you're wrong with the Cowboys. You're going to be wrong with the Eagles. And what happened with all these games, mister? At the end, Mike McCarthy, I don't think he after that play calling was more of the defensive fault.
as well, Mr. K. Colt McCoy, I thought he.
I'll admit this. I was impressed with Jones.
One second.
I was impressed with Daniel Jones.
It's from yesterday. Okay. Jacob.
I was impressed with Daniel Jones.
I couldn't hear you. Thank you.
I was very impressed with Daniel Jones.
I finally admitting he's better.
I thought to start off the game, I thought it was a little honestly risky of him running it, just for on his case for re-injury or making the injury worse, because it doesn't mean he's not injured. I'm sure he wasn't 100% healthy. I'm sure he was better than I thought he was. What?
No, but Colt McCoy, I thought it should be.
Well, if Jones wasn't healthy.
But Jones was healthy. He played much better than Andy Dalton.
He was healthy. I would say in the first half, Jones played very well. He impressed me. I think in the second half, Andy Dalton, I wouldn't say he played better than Andy Dalton. I'm not saying Andy Dalton played better than Jones in the second half. I would say Dalton was playing his heart out. Dalton had his hand was all messed up. He was going to need stitches. His hand was bleeding through the glove. His throwing hand, this guy played it all, put it all on the line.
Giants made
what?
As a Jet fan, Williams go. He showed up at the end versus the Cowboys. While I was watching the game. The other Andy Dalton choked at the end. That's why he's not even.
I wouldn't say he.
You know that, and I know that.
I wouldn't say he choked. I wouldn't say he choked. What?
He gave a pick. How is that not choke? He threw a pick at the end of the game. How's that not choke?
I can't blame him for that. I just can't blame him for that, and this is why. Because Matt will get it in a second.
And who do you blame? Who do you blame?
Let me explain myself first.
What Madden?
Because it was third down. It was third down. Dalton wasn't taking it. It was third and long. Dalton wasn't sacked.
Yeah, because they got sacked.
Dalton, yes, on the yeah.
Leonard Williams.
Because that was fourth down. You're right. That was fourth down.
If he really wanted, we could have scrambled.
Yeah, but it just wasn't. He didn't have room to scramble. Really, it just wasn't like something that he would just like. He couldn't have taken the sack. So he just couldn't.
We never blame it.
No, there's no one to blame for that. Dalton had to throw it up. He had to. He had no choice.
Why are you blaming the defensive coordinator? I'm just wondering.
That's on behalf of the whole entire season. That's the whole season in accumulation. He was gone before this game even happened. Mike Nolan, defensive coordinator, should not be fired. You're saying?
No, Mike McCarthy should not be fired.
I think it's debatable. I think if the Eagles Giants, I think you could really point to the no challenge there.
I told you, see, like what you were saying. Cooper got clamped up. Gallup got clamped up. It was up to CeeDee Lamb.
The first half they were, but in the second half they were finding some spacing. In the second half they found some spacing.
I told you who was going to win that.
What?
Well, I was right again. And what about Buffalo?
They found some
versus Miami?
Right.
What about Buffalo?
I was shocked, but they found some spacing there. And also, I would say
Mike McCarthy. What happened if Buffalo versus Miami?
Should be getting the challenge call wasn't really all his fault. It was honestly he's the last call, but somebody should have been telling him you got to challenge that. Like it was clear no catch. He had a minute to decide. The Giants get the field goal. Like it's good for the Giants of knowing that it wasn't a catch and kicking the field goal quickly and knowing what they had to do because clearly they knew they got away with it, and obviously they didn't. That's the game. It sucks, but also, and the referees in that moment you can't really always tell, but you just got to check. What?
Just like Saints with the 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, because like he said the timeout meant a lot to him, which I was thinking too. It did mean a lot because if you were down, you need a timeout, which you do. But
if you think
everybody agreed that it was not a catch.
Challenge.
Exactly, and everybody nobody has
said was stupid.
Nobody said it was a catch. Nobody said it was a catch. Literally. What?
No, but he shouldn't be fired because of that. What do you want to say? He shouldn't be fired because of one play.
But obviously, he's not going to get fired. But I think maybe couple of questionable calls.
You said
Adding
that's
up,
what you
adding up. I think I want to be fired, but he's not going to be. They said he won't be. Is that an accumulation of a couple of calls throughout the whole season did it for me? I could point to a couple of occasions in the season when earlier in this game he could have gone for 2, like to make it a closer game. Like he didn't do that, of course. Like I don't know. Like he took a field goal instead of going for it on a 4th down. Like it's first of all, the Cowboys and Giants have the same records. I don't really know why anyone's talking here, honestly. So
Jacob.
And that Dallas honestly should have beaten other teams this season. That were close games. That it shouldn't even came down to this game, honestly. Yes, Justin.
No, they suck, Jacob. That football team, they
They did beat the Giants once, so they went 1-1. They went 1-1 in the season. They went 1-1 with the Eagles. So. What?
Because
we beat the Eagles with them. So I know Dak is very good, much better
than Dalton. Agreed.
And any quarterback in the NFC East, but
yes, I agree with you.
Yes.
On that, Jacob.
But that's what I'm saying. We could debate Wentz last year, but then that debate's gone. What?
No, but no, I would say the Cowboys his best quarterback. If you both,
well, he's not. So you can't.
No, if you have the receivers like
hypothetically
Cowboys in the O line, it would be Wentz by far. You know.
Well, Dallas' O-line was a bunch of 3rd, 4th stringers today. So I'm not surprised, which is unfortunate for us. That's not good. Not good at all.
That's why the football team, right?
What?
Are you agreeing with the football team now? Is the football team winning?
I think they have a chance. I don't think what you said earlier today, Justin, I don't think they're fully healthy. I think they're like Gibson, Terry, Scary Terry, Alex Smith. I'm sure they're closer to healthy, but they're not like they're probably they're playing, but doesn't mean they're fully healthy. Like Zeke today. Zeke, you could say he didn't play well. I think he played very well. Zeke was very good to me today.
How much yards did he get per carry?
He didn't have any crazy like runs or anything, but he still was running with heart and everything like that.
Defense. You have to give credit to the Giants defense, correct? Exactly. 3 yards.
No, to the Giants defense?
Yeah, you give credit to them.
I'll give them some credit. I never said they were. I never said they weren't good. I just said that. Look at the Zeke carry.
14 attempts, 42 rushes, 40 yards per carry. Like,
yeah, but there were some carries that he did a lot. Peter, spell it correctly, please.
Cowboys suck, and this is for week. I told you they're not making the playoffs. I really told you.
We know this.
And you said they were making the playoffs.
Whoa. I don't want to keep saying this and keep. They didn't. They got locked up the first half. Second half, they found some spacing.
So they lost, right? So it's their fault.
They lost. Yes, they lost.
Thank you. So the Giants are a better team.
Well, they won this season. So
no, but week 17 they improved since
17. Obviously, Wins is the better team. But I could say this. But I will say this, and I'll point it to again. If McCarthy challenged that would have been a 60-yard field goal instead of a 50-yard field goal in this game, and Dallas would have had the ball. Assuming everything.
McCarthy on that. There's other things in the beginning game which they mess up the Cowboys.
Yes, I agree, but just even if that happened, they still had a chance in this time. And they didn't challenge it.
You can say, well, if this happened in the beginning game, they would have won. Like if Bowman
but like this is not like the fumble didn't.
They got the fumble, they were probably going to win.
They would have had
50 seconds.
They would have had one timeout.
50 seconds.
They would have been on the. I've just watched the replay of the fumble. It was crazy. I honestly thought about him. I thought about it. I'm like, could he have possibly fumbled? And he fumbled. It's crazy. What?
I think they possibly could have won. They had a great chance.
I think the chances of winning. Well, it was. Yeah. It was. They could have. Yeah, let me just see.
But Jacob, why are the Eagles? They have Cox or Sanders. Both of their great offense and defensive players, and I don't see it possible.
Well, they would have had to get the touchdown. They couldn't have. they couldn't have had a field goal, so it wouldn't really.
That would have shown Andy Dalton for you, how good he is, right? Andy's been
Yeah.
Danny, so he would show you. It's a very good stream.
Any other questions? Anyone?
Cowboys are dog shit when important games matter. Peter, I agree with that. Who won the more important game? Peter, I agree with that. They got locked up. They got locked up. Trash. Yeah, I agree with everything that's in the chat right now. Very happy.
Someone brought up a good point on that I screenshotted earlier today on Twitter. This is what he said. Somebody said, so much blame to pass around if the Cowboys hold on to this loss. And then someone commented, which is a really good comment, the officials is definitely one of them. I think coaches' challenges should be abolished in every tight call auto review. Officials called a non-catch a catch, and it's the coach's responsibility to correct them. Doesn't make sense. He should have went for 2 earlier. That's on.
No,
Mike McCarthy.
That's football. I'm sorry. Now you'll get rid of football rules? Is that what you're basically saying?
No, I'm talking about general football. This is not even pointing to just Dallas. This is many times it comes up.
It's more
What?
flags with the timeouts and all that managing. I don't like
a close call like that. Like it should.
You could have challenged it if you really wanted to look at it.
I agree, and I know that, but still, it shouldn't be. It should be Mike McCarthy's job to correct.
Yes, that's the head coach. That's the head coach's job.
Yeah.
Come on, now you want to get rid of that?
No, obviously, I never get rid of that. I said,
then why are you bringing that up?
Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea, Peter. You're disgusting.
Peter should be on the show. Come on the show. It would be very, very good. All right, guys. I guess that's it, right, Jake?
Yeah, guys, I'll finish it up with the top sports moments of 2020. Bye.
The most important thing in life is how your career moves and touches those around. That's what makes trips.